Kaepernick now on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And now it's second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Formation for Washington.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here comes Peppers. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now Jones is going to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Greg Stroman back deep for Washington. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
33-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
22-yard line.
Now you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Love. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. And he finds his rookie target from Memphis, Antonio Gibson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Washington.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Number 26.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Well, Saquon Barkley last year against Washington, he won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the 3rd highest single game total in the NFL all of last season.
Check 15, check 15. Switch.
2nd and 5 now. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Jones now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line. 19-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Saquon Barkley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On second down, Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Back at the 19-yard line.
To throw on third down, Jones eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6 and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal from the 3.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Check.
Another try for Barkley, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we have the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And the Washington first down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be second down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
intended.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Kaepernick. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They turn to Love on the handoff. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain of 12.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Open target here, Darius Slayton. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
7 yards.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He'll take it at the 42. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On third and long, it's Kaepernick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete.
Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now on 2nd and 16. Jones, he'll let it go deep for Foster. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Man open, that's Damian Radley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That was no 3rd and 2, that was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones dancing to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here. Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. They'll roll him out right. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
10 yards to go.
To throw, Kaepernick. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
For Terry McLaurin. Incomplete. Jabril Pepper is on the coverage.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Jones on 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
This is brought in by Gibson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Washington 14, Giants 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. On 1st down, here's Love. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Kaepernick. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Complete.
Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Yards on the play.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing is Kaepernick on third down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So now on fourth down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins.
30-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Pick up the ball. He's coming. We got double up.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Bryce Love with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
24. Giants 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back? And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, check. Here we go again. Switch.
From the gun, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
55 mark, guys. 55. Watch the run. Mike 55. It's a party now.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 34-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground, it's Love. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Jones now throwing on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far. and it's cost them.
2nd and 16.
56. It's our time. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Reuben Foster picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Love again. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Gonna give it to Love. Broken tackle. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would kick. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Kaepernick now on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
To Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes this Washington 34. Giants 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
They'll take over.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Montez Sweat brought him down. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Catch made by Slayton. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Jones pass.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception.